What is up, you guys? So, oh boy, they really left a curveball in this one. So I was under the impression that they were going to fight seriously because Trunks was under the impression that Goku was the ultimate version of Goku Black. So that's why he attacked him. But no, it turns out I actually called it last week, and Trunks attacked him because he saw the vision of Black Goku from the future, but he was under the impression that Goku was still dead, so he didn't really realise who that was. So I was right on that one. What I didn't expect was it was actually Bulma. They slapped the crap out of him to stop playing this shit. And we do actually get the fight we get between Goku and Trunks actually turns out to be a sparring match, which turns out a little bit more than sparring in my opinion. But whatever, it was hype. Once again, the anime knocks out the park with this episode. It's a classic combination of comedy and the overall story progression. Now, I have to say, I not only focusing on the present, but also on the future, and we get to see what, well, Goku Black is doing. And the most important thing about Goku Black before he arrives in the present at the end is you see him wearing a ring. A ring that, now I'm assuming that's what allows him to either go through dimensions or it allows him to shapeshift, because I'm under the impression, and I said this last week, about when he first appeared and was Trunks was away from him, we saw a different side than what we saw before we got the introduction of Black Goku, but like a different design, like it was a dragon flying around the sky or something. But then we see that ring, and I'm beginning to think it's not. And another thing we found out in this episode, which I was kind of surprised about, is Trunks actually fought. Well, not actually fought Majin Buu, but he learned about Majin Buu, and there was a fight that broke down between actually Trunks and Bora, which I wish they could clash with swords because that would have been beastly, but whatever. It seems like, and Trunks actually got introduced to the Supreme Kai Summit of this universe, of course. Turns out Trunks actually managed to take down the Bora himself, and then take down Babidi, whatever. But so that was kind of surprising, but and the suspicions were confirmed because Trunks was confirmed to go beyond Super Saiyan 2 actually, which I was kind of anticipating, but we know where that stands in terms of power scale when it comes to Goku, and Goku, being the show off that he is, just shows off Super Saiyan 3, not even going Super Saiyan God Blue or Super Saiyan Blue. No, he just went directly Super Saiyan 3, and even Beerus is impressed by the strength of Trunks because he's holding his own against Goku while in Super Saiyan 2. That was actually pretty well done, that fight. But the comedy in this with Bulma, and one thing, Whis and Beerus was absolutely pissed off. They're about to coming up with ideas that actually destroying Trunks, because time travel is a serious crime in any universe, and Whis' explanation can ultimately affect the present, the past, and the future, which is something that shouldn't be happening. But they obviously got bribed by food once again, so it doesn't make a difference in this case. But and again, the whole fight between Goku and Trunks to show Trunks how the comparison between Goku Black and the current Goku. Now, and Trunks actually he goes out on a limb and says, no, Goku Black is so much more stronger. So that kind of believe it's a stronger possibility now that the Goku Black is the Supreme Kai that we see in the opening, which I'm beginning to see because we get to see the ring, and I'm not too sure he's wearing not the earring, the actual ring around his finger, and I'm not too sure if he's actually wearing it in the opening or not. And finally, one final thing, because despite the comedy, this was a fast-paced episode. The comment by Vegeta, it's like he was putting down Trunks for like running away, and you can see how pissed off Vegeta was that I thought that first that Bulma actually died. even though I've said this before, it's not going to matter because by the end they're going to use either the Super Dragon. Well, I think they're going to be using Super Dragon Balls to restore Trunks' world. That's just my prediction. But on top of that, Trunks actually interacts with little Trunks, which I thought was kind of cool. Despite the fact that two alternate versions of each other. The series meet at the end of the episode was with the arrival of Goku Black in the present, getting ready. It looks like getting ready to spar with Goku, and if you notice the preview, a couple of things. This guy's packing what helped so much heat, and I'm curious, could he go into any Super Saiyan modes? Because that's Goku. Because actually, one more thing, we do get an explanation of Trunks of when Goku Black arrives in the future, affecting Trunks' world, and once again the whole part about him just saying about humans is on point because he instantly uses the Kamehameha to blow Trunks' future world to smithereens, and then apparently according to Trunks, he went at Goku Black for almost a year, and then we fast forward to the end of the episode and we get the standoff between Goku Black and Goku. That's kind of weird. I'm just going to refer to him as Black, perhaps. Overall, I thought it was a decent episode. The story moved on, I suppose, despite the comedy. And I thought the comedy went maybe a little bit too long, but that's just my opinion. I thought overall the episode was good enough for an episode. The animation was there, especially with Trunks sparring with Goku. And Trunks actually reaching Super Saiyan 2, which I feel was kind of predictable. But I mean, once again, in turning his powers clearly not too much on the Richter scale. But that being said, next week was pretty decent. The animation looks on top. This looks like it could be the most amazing arc in Dragon Ball Super. So I'm just super hyped up for next week. But let me know what you guys think down below. That's going to do it for this review. Like if you did, appreciate that. Comment, rate, subscribe as always.